1 cup. We need 4. Doesn't have to be perfect, just 1. 2. 3. 4. Next thing, baking powder. I got a teaspoon. Doesn't have to be perfect. Teaspoon dash. Salt, teaspoon. And a half of a teaspoon. Doesn't have to be perfect. Next thing, run the water hot. And then you mix it with your fingers. Just mix everything with your fingers. Okay, everything. Make a circle and then just make it like a little in the center, because that's where your water is going to be, inside here. So just make a little swerve there, and that's where your water is going to go. And then you get your cup. Make sure that's hot temperature, tap water, as hot as you can get it. It'll be a while. Okay, on the batch that I made, if I usually make it with shortening too. If you want with shortening, I got a half a cup. Take your half a cup and scoop it in. That much, and then you put it in the flour. As I was mixing it with the salt and the baking soda and everything, goes. You add this on there, and you just do it with your fingers, blend it all in. Try to break up all the lumps and stuff, and make it fine and good to go. A cup of hot water, tap water. Right in the center. And then you go quarter right in the center. And then if you need any more, you'll know. And then you mix it with your fingers. Just go around circles. And then just play with it just like you're making, I don't know if you ever made a cake or not, but it's gonna need some more water, so put another cup in, or half a cup. It's better to have more water than non-water, because you don't want it too dry. And then you put too much water in, you can always put more flour on it and you'll be all right. It's kind of doughy. See how doughy it's getting? It's too doughy. So you don't want it sticky. You just want a good, I put too much water in, so probably a cup and a half. So what you do, you take just a little bit, squirt it on top, put it right on top of and just work it so it non-sticks from your finger. See that? Sticky. Just work it in. A little bit more. And of course you have to smile because this is fun. Because you don't want your husband, you're going in and your husband's watching you do it and you're like, oh my God, no. Have a fun, big old smile like you're enjoying it. I think it's all done. So this is your dough right here. So you're all done. Still work it. This one's still a little tacky, but you can always use some more flour on it, so that's good. Just let it sit there for a little bit. Okay, so we already made it. It's already here. What you need a cutting board and one of these things so it won't slide, so your cutting board doesn't slide as you're rolling them out. So what I do, here's my ball, my big ball. This is my dough. So what I do, I just take a little bit. If you want to make a little one, that's fine. Twirl it around, and then you just tuck it in. You tuck it in. There you go. If you want to make a big one, doesn't matter how big you want your dough. You can make it any size. You want small tortillas, big tortillas, huge tortillas. All you do is just roll it. And I'm setting it on a towel here, and that just to keep the moisture. If it's any more moisture on it, it'll drain it. It'll just dry from sitting there on the towel. So that's why the towel's there. So just twirl it and tuck it in, and when you do that, it's because when you roll it like this, you just set it on there. It's not round. It's going to be awkward. You're going to make the maps of the state of Michigan or the whole entire state. So the dough is a little bit sticky still, but you can still work with it. Just add a little bit more flour. But this is good to work with. Just tuck it in. And have your hot skillet. If you have a hot skillet, that's fine. Or you can use a pan. And I don't know if you got a stove, electric stove, keep it in the middle, right in the center. And if you have a gas one, I mean, you just got to play with it a little bit with the heat. But this is what I do, just roll them out. Okay, now we're going to roll them out. All you got to do is just roll it and then flip it over. Roll it, flip it over until you think it's it doesn't have to be round. It's not a machine. You're doing it by, a lot of people can make them round. I can't. So it's as big as I got on these, and then what you do, and you put it right on there, right on the skillet. So you let it sit there for, I say, you can roll up 2 tortillas. You can roll up 2 tortillas, and then when you're done rolling 2 tortillas, that should be good enough to churn over. That's the way I do it. Come over, I did 2, then we're gonna flip it over. It's get a little tan, that's fine, you flip it over, and then you walk away, and then you come right back and you make another 2 tortillas. Just extend, just put it on the towel there, and then you roll another 2. And if it does that, just that's okay. Flip it over. It's kind of wet. It will stick. So just roll it. Or go back like that. Get another one. Start it in the middle. You start rolling it in the middle. So one of it stays down, another, because if you roll it from here that way, it's gonna go on your roller. Just extend it, and then you come back. See? By the time I make one more, it should be ready. Just roll them. They don't have to be perfect, so these are ready to get out. So you flip it over, they're done. They're done. Thanks. I had lots of fun. Hope you enjoy it. I loved it.